We are inviting you to take a road trip with RVs across the United States from the 30th of September to the 23rd of October. In the 2021, the Caravan Travel Company organized caravaning. 12 crews participated in a road trip with RVs along the west coast of America. During our adventure, we visited amazing and unique places, some of which were accessible only to those traveling with RVs. Los Angeles, Death Valley, Hoover Dam, Las Vegas, the Grand Canyons, Antelope Canyon. Some locations were recognizable from Hollywood movies, as many famous films were shot there. Others were familiar from world-famous music videos, Microsoft Windows wallpapers, and more. Everyone enjoyed the trip so much that we decided to repeat it in 2024 with the same group. Could there be any better proof that this trip will be incredibly exciting? We invite you to join our RV trip along the west coast of the USA. We especially welcome those who don't own an RV but want to experience this unique way of traveling. It's an amazing adventure and a completely different way to explore the world. Unlike typical travel clubs, our video plan will show you the places you can visit, not just people who have been there before. This isn't a video report of past experiences, but a detailed video plan of a journey you can be part of. We're currently in the so-called Death Valley, a desert in California. What is Death Valley? It's a dried up lake. 5 million years ago, there was a massive lake here. But with such heat, currently 41 DU for seat, naturally dried up. We arrived here in motorhomes, and this journey is all about visiting places accessible primarily by RVs. This site is one such location and attraction worth seeing. Unfortunately, drones are not allowed here. This is the largest and most beautiful natural sandbox in the world, featuring sand mountains and dunes. Over the course of 5 million years, the wind and rain have shaped these dunes. The tallest dune is 45 meters high, and you can see it in the video. In Death Valley, we settle into a campground and visit 5 sites. We stay in the campground in Death Valley and visit 5 key sites. One, Furnace Creek. Throughout our journey in Death Valley, we come across old trains, wagons, and houses. Where did they come from and what were they used for? This place is a must visit for every traveler. There's a museum that showcases antique items. In the 19th century, mining was actively carried out here. Today, only one company continues to extract minerals in Death Valley. 2. Zabriskie Point. The landscape patterns here were formed on the bed of a lake that dried up about 5 million years ago. There's a scenic path worth taking a stroll on, offering stunning views. 3. Artist's Palette. This is another fascinating spot. We travel along a one-way road, and as soon as we approach Artist's Palette, it becomes obvious why the place has this name. It truly resembles a painter's palette. The vibrant colors are caused by the oxidation of different metals. Yellow compounds produce red, pink, and yellow hues, while decomposed traces of tuff create green, and manganese gives off a purple tone. 4. Natural Bridge. This is a small red rock canyon. Millions of years ago, streams and rivers flowed here, carving out a natural arch that's now a popular tourist attraction known as the Natural Bridge. 5. Badwater Basin. This is the lowest point on the North American continent at -86 meters below sea level. What's even more interesting is that just a few kilometers away lies the continent's highest point, Mount Whitney. The area is covered in salt deposits, making any accumulated water undrinkable. Hence the name Badwater, which translates to bad water. After exploring all the attractions of Death Valley, we head toward Las Vegas. The distance is about 235 kilometers, and we arrive at the campground around 9:30 p.m. Once we settle in, we get some rest and wake up refreshed in the morning, ready for the next adventure. And this is what the morning at the campground looks like, our next story. We are currently at a campground in Los Angeles. It's morning and we've just woken up. I'll give you a little tour of the motorhome in the morning. Honestly, my family doesn't even know I'm filming right now. Let's see what's happening inside. Here's what our motorhome looks like in the morning. Now, let's step outside so you can see our entire group. This is how our morning begins. In the other motorhomes I've traveled in before, when you wake up in the morning, you can feel the movement, someone walking around, someone making coffee, and the whole vehicle swaying left and right, left and right. But this motorhome is heavy, weighing 8 tons. So it feels like you're in a real house rather than a vehicle. That's the first thing I wanted to share. Secondly, let's talk about how water is connected in this motorhome. In this position, the water is connected. You can see it labeled as tank fill, winter ice. The connection works like a gas pump nozzle. You just fill the tank and the water flows in. The water is stored in the tank and used as needed for all our daily activities. In another position, the water is connected directly to the motorhome's plumbing system, and the entire system is pressurized by the city's water supply. This setup is very convenient because you don't have to constantly refill the water tank. Instead, the water flows directly under pressure when needed. The boiler system is also worth mentioning. There's a switch to turn it on. Once the boiler is activated, it starts heating the water. If no one is using water, the boiler automatically shuts off to save gas. Another important detail is the waste disposal system. When connected to a stationary sewer system, the waste tanks don't need to be manually emptied, they automatically drain. This eliminates any worries about the tanks filling up or running out of capacity. The water hoses are relatively thin, as thicker ones aren't necessary in this setup. The electricity is also directly connected, making the motorhome fully functional and comfortable. You know, Las Vegas is nothing short of a miracle. There's no other city like it on earth. Las Vegas offers so much entertainment that you can have a great time without ever setting foot in a casino. Britney Spears, Cirque du Soleil, Rod Stewart, David Copperfield. Las Vegas is the world capital not only of gambling, but also of performances by global music, theater, and film stars. Las Vegas has the brightest nights in the world. Almost every evening, free shows and performances take place at various venues. The city has gathered replicas of the world's wonders: the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, the Egyptian pyramids, the Eiffel Tower, and Venetian gondolas. Vegas is one of the world's biggest paradoxes. It's not built on oil, gold, or diamonds. It's built on risk and excitement. You can't touch it and you can't sell it, but it generates $50 billion in profit annually. Las Vegas is the city of entertainment. 200 casinos, 300 nightclubs, 200,000 slot machines, nearly 100 hotels. Many films have been shot in Las Vegas, but one of the most interesting, in my opinion, is simply titled 21. I highly recommend watching it before visiting Las Vegas. We'll spend 2 days in Las Vegas, the 7th and 8th days of our journey, and we'll return for another day on our way back, just in case anyone missed anything they wanted to do. I suggest attending David Copperfield show or another concert by a star performer. On the 10th day, we head toward the Grand Canyon, but along the way, we'll make a stop at a unique location, Hoover Dam. This is a monumental and beautiful engineering structure in the United States, a concrete arch gravity dam standing 221 meters tall, along with a hydroelectric power plant built on the lower Colorado River. The dam is located in Black Canyon on the border of Arizona and Nevada, about 48 kilometers southeast of Las Vegas, near the small town of Boulder City. The dam forms a reservoir known as Lake Mead. The dam is named after Herbert Hoover, the 31st President of the United States, who played a key role in its construction. Construction began in 1931 and was completed in 1936, 2 years ahead of schedule. On the 11th day of our journey, we stopped at a campground in Williams. Williams is a small town often referred to as the gateway to the Grand Canyon. Several Hollywood films featuring leading actors and actresses have been filmed in and around Williams. One movie you should watch is Canyon 2009. Other notable films include Guns, Midnight Run, and Silent. We'll spend the night here and take an evening walk along the main street, which is full of character. For example, a seemingly ordinary gas station doubles as a museum of classic cars, with each vehicle personally restored and perfected by the gas station's owner. It's a fascinating place we'll explore on foot. On the 12th day of our journey, we visit stops 22 and 23, Antelope Canyon and Horseshoe Bend. These are world-famous landmarks, and we'll be there in person. I'll start a photo session to capture the beauty of these places. Honestly, photos might do a better job than video in showing the stunning views. You'll likely recognize this spot. You've seen it before on the Windows wallpaper. Yes, this is the same iconic location you once saw on your screen daily. We'll stay at Wahib Campground, a very unique place with an unforgettable landscape. It's hard to describe in words, but trust me, it's something you'll need to see for yourself. After visiting Cantaloupe Canyon, we head to Horseshoe Bend. I chose not to share a video because I felt that photos would be more impactful. But even the photos couldn't fully capture the grandeur of this place. To truly experience its magnificence, you have to visit it in person. It's an unforgettable sight that will stay with you for a lifetime. On the 14th day of our journey, we head back to Las Vegas. On the same day, we'll return to the Las Vegas KOA journey at Samstown Campground, arriving around 5 p.m. We'll have the entire evening to explore Las Vegas again. Maybe you forgot to buy souvenirs, missed a visit to a spectacular hotel palace, or want to attend another show, whatever the reason, you'll have plenty of time to make the most of it. On the 15th day of our journey, we stay at the Golden Shore RV Resort in Los Angeles. We'll enjoy traditional barbecues, conversations, and Caravana-style gatherings. This evening will also be dedicated to preparing our motorhomes for return. We'll need to drain the black and gray water tanks, clean everything up, and make sure the motorhomes are ready to be returned to the rental company the next day. Once we return the motorhomes, we'll check into a hotel,